And we're here. Welcome to the first video of what I decided to call the Fantasy Super Mod. Of course, the name is based off of Arava's Ultra Mod, but since, of course, I can use that name, I stuck with Super Mod. Even though Super Mod is less than Ultra, but you know what I mean. Before we begin with the video, I want to say that I highly recommend you should check the previous video, the pre-season of the Fantasy Super Mod, because there it's going to have the names, the drivers, the teams, and of course the driver rosters. Because I am not going to explain anything about the rosters in this series. Of course, fair warning, that video has AI generated portraits, so as per usual, that's the only thing that is AI generated, as it's the usual, as per usual, and that's the only thing that you ever see on my channel. So no voices, no footage, none of the sort. As I stated, I'm not gonna explain anything except some details for some drivers, but getting to the meat and potatoes of the rosters and drivers, that video is up there. So check that one out first before we begin on this one. And with that being said, I guess there's no time to waste, and let's get on with the first ever race, the race of South Africa. And no, not the South African Grand Prix, the race of South Africa. And of course, you might be asking, Alex, there's no South Africa in this game. What did you do? Well, yep, it's the Nürburgring, but I retextured it, well, not retextured, I just did the bare minimum to make it look like that we are in South Africa. But yeah, there's a reason I did this, because as a reference to the 1980 mod, which did use the Nürburgring as the replacement for Kyalami, as a stand-in for Kyalami, but I renamed them Ataka Racing Park. So this is basically a reference. But in the meantime, we're starting on pole position, and qualifying was really, really tight, actually. So two-stop strategy. So let's get on track. And it's one light, two lights, 3, 4, 5, and we're off in South Africa. And we get a decent start. We're side by side already with Sophia. Into turn 1 we go. Let's avoid any kind of problems. There we go. We are in the lead in the first couple of corners. And we pull a bit of a gap from the Mercedes as well as the Red Bull of Surge. There we go. Ooh, going a little bit wide. There we go. No DNFs currently. And actually, okay, never mind. Into the hairpin. Of course, I couldn't change absolutely everything, but I did what I could. The texture pack actually comes from the 2025 mod. I only added the DHL banners for Sasol, which is the South African oil company, and if you remember, the sponsor of Jordan from 1992 to 1995, I believe, before they got the Benson & Hedges colors. In the meantime, here's Sophia taking the draft, and we're gonna block her. Inter chicane, careful here for that reason, because they're spin out. And we are going to lead lap number 1. There you go. We lead lap number 1. 1 second from Sophia. Of course, DRS still not enabled. And might as well... Ooh, okay. Might as well get a few things out of the way. First and foremost, the car set is the 2035 My Universe car set made by Casap F1 on overtake.gg/race department, aka the Formula AS car set, as I said in the description of the preseason video. And what I did was that I've in the F1 modding Discord server, there was one user I don't remember the name of that's converted the models from F1 2010, 2011, and 2012 for F1 2013 and 2014. And what I did was get those models, check which cars was compatible to which paint scheme, and then put it on there. As for the steering wheel, it's also from the 2025 mod, and if you want to know, that's the Aston Martin steering wheel, so it's perfectly accurate. DRS enabled in the meantime. The helmet, yeah, apparently, even though I did change the helmet, it's still stuck with the vanilla 2014 one, so yeah, that's gonna be a bit of a it's gonna look a little bit awkward seeing Hulkenberg's helmet and foreseeing the gloves with the Aston Martin car. I mean, it technically makes sense, but still, it's a little bit jarring. As I stated, the track sponsors are taken from the 2025 mod. The only car that is not taken from the 2045 My Universe car pack, actually, is the Ford that comes from Kris BR. It's the Williams powered by Ford. It is made by Kris BR, also on overtake.gg/race department. In the meantime, we are pulling away from Sophia. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool in the gang. Hey, there we go. And yeah, that's basically all of it, really. All the mods that I've used for this for the series. Oh, and also the super season mod made by the ever so present Pedro 13. The mod that adds all the tracks, the classical tracks from F1 2013, and even Valencia and Turkey from 2012 and 2011 into F1 2014. There we go. So that's all the mods. And speaking of Kris BR, let's just say that today I've done a bit of a purge once again. I was recording the race at Austria for Formula Fantasy, but then decided to just interrupt the video and cancel the project entirely because, yeah, that race was going to shape up to be yet another one-way affair. So I decided to just scrap the whole project entirely because, yeah, was okay, because it was not getting fun. No, I'm all in for winning a lot, but yeah, those races are just all 5 races that I've done of Formula Advantage 314. Yeah, zero opposition, complete domination, and well, again, I don't have a problem with that, and of course, it is highly realistic for Formula One, especially in this period where Mercedes and Hamilton were just dominating everything. It is not exactly great for the entertainment value, so yeah, I'm scrapping that. I decided to scrap that series. And and I wanted to do I wanted to start the 1997 season mod, but then I found out that putting driving one of the worst cars on the grid on legend difficulty is not the best. So I'm going to try and start that one tomorrow. And yes, I've missed the 1999 series for 2 days in a row, but I swear that it will return tomorrow. And of course, I also want to say that this series is gonna be one video is gonna be commentated and the other one isn't, because why not? Okay, what actually am I supposed to beat again? Lap 8, so in 2 laps. No, 3 laps actually, yeah. And I know I've been all over the place with all my projects, but that's because I've been pretty focused on my driving license, studying for my driving license. And tomorrow I have the exam, and hopefully I can pass that. So yeah, hopefully everything should get back to normal tomorrow, at least in the next few days. But in the meantime, we are absolutely dominating, and of course this is on Legends, as somebody retired. And this time I'm actually going to check who that one is right away, and that is going to be Al retired. Of course, Al from Sunderland's Retelling, Al Vauclair. So one of the Ferraris is already out of the race. Also, this is the 3rd attempt at recording this race. I did it yesterday, it was commentated, but I scrapped it because I wanted to spend a little bit more time and add some more details to the series. For example, the Majorca Racing Park logo right there, it still said the Nürburgring, and the steering wheel was still the Force India one. And I was a little bit scared that somebody might look at this and say, "Oh, this guy really gave no shits about it. This guy really give no fucks about the details, huh?" So I decided to scrap that video and do those things. Then I did it this morning without commentary, and I finished 4th in that race, but I also decided to scrap that because I wanted to make it commentated, and so here we are. This is my first time making this race, and for all the 3 races that I've had, all those were in the wet. So finally, good to know that I got a dry race for once. In the meantime, we're about to close in on our first stop. Okay. Next lap is our first stop. And while we're here, might as well say the calendar for the series. We're gonna do 23 races, and the calendar is mostly inspired by the 2026 MotoGP calendar with some additions, because of course, and of course, the first race is South Africa. Second race is going to be at Korea. As a stand-in for the Italian Grand Prix. That the race will still be called Race of Korea, so I'm not gonna move that one to Thailand. Then we go to Brazil for round 3. Then we go to United States. Oh shit, okay. Then we go to United States for round 4. After that we go to Bahrain, and round 6 is the beginning of the European leg of the season. And a very long European leg of the season, come to think of it. And we go to Spain for round 6, but not at Barcelona, but at Jerez. Because, of course, MotoGP has the Spanish Grand Prix at Jerez. In the meantime, 10 seconds. Jesus Christ. And again, I need to remind you that this is on Legend difficulty. I haven't touched the AI, I haven't done anything to the AI, so... Yeah, I'm being good because the AI is pretty bad on this game. But anyway, we got to Spain, then we got to France at the Autorome d'Alsace, the Pole International Circuit, which is the Pole International Circuit in India, but repurposed. Then after that we got to Barcelona for the Catalan Grand Prix, or the Race of Catalonia actually. In the meantime, we have our teammate Nana, who we need to talk about. We're going to talk about her in a little second. And then after that, we go to Italy for round 8. No, round 9, sorry. Then we go to Hungary, Belgium, the Netherlands, which is not going to be at Zandvoort, but rather at Circuit Park Alkmaar, aka Rich X Silverstone, which is once again a reference to the 1980 mod that used Silverstone as the replacement for Zandvoort, but in that series I renamed it Circuit Park Alkmaar, so yeah. Yeah, it's this place is a bit whack. I know this kind is whack, but yeah, just try and what's the word? That's the term again. Don't let it distract you too much from. Don't let it distract you too much from the series as a whole. Then we go to Germany after the race of the Netherlands. We go to the race of Great Britain, which, as you can guess, this time it's going to be at Brands Hatch instead of Silverstone. Then we go to the race of Russia. Then after that we go to Imola for the race of San Marino. Yes, the race of San Marino, not race of Emilia-Romagna. Then we go to Austria, and then begins the Asian sweep with Japan, Singapore, Australia, and Malaysia. Before we go back to Europe for the race of Portugal, which is going to be at Estoril. And the final race, which is the race of Valencia at the Valencia Street Circuit. And I'm aware I could have used Paul Ricard and Portimao for the races in France and Portugal, but the problem is that the AI there are pretty slow, and I'm pretty sure that would mean almost pretty much guaranteed wins. So I decided to scrap that and go with what I know a little bit better. So yeah, that's the calendar. Tomorrow we will go to Korea, and it will be uncommented. As for the drivers, because I just mentioned Nana, 6 drivers were not part of the original roster, but I changed them at the last minute. Those being Nana, Kokoro, Ricard, Tsubami, Madison, and Surge. Surge, Ricard, Madison, and Tsubami are based off of Surge is based off of Sylvain from Fire Emblem Three Houses. Ricard is based off of Sigurd from Fire Emblem Genealogy of the Holy War, and yes, he is Lucas's father, Salif / Lucas's father. Madison is based off of Azura from Fire Emblem Fates, and Tsubami is based off of Tsubasa from Tokimura Sessions, which is a spin-off of Fire Emblem made by Atlus, the company that does Shin Megami Tensei and Persona. And Azura comes from Fire Emblem Fates. And the reason why I included them in is because they are the winners of Choose Your Legends 10. Now, Choose Your Legends is a popularity contest for Fire Emblem Heroes, where people vote their favorite characters, and the top 2 of male and female characters get a special variant to celebrate their victory. And for the males, as you can guess, Sigurd and Sylvain finished first and second, while Tsubasa and Azura finished first and second in the female division. And I guess to celebrate that, I've added them in. Spoilers for the ones that are in the know. I was one of the ones that really wanted Ivy to win CYL, but unfortunately that wasn't the case, and it will never be the case, because guess what? This year is the third Free Houses game releases in Fortune's Weave. So for at least a couple of years, that game as well as Free Houses are going to dominate the top 10 of CYL. So that sucks. As for Nana and Kokoro, they are Nana and Kokoro from Kimi to Idol Pretty Cure, or You and Idol Pretty Cure, and actually, what was I supposed to pick again? Lap 19. And I added them in because Kimi to Idol Pretty Cure just finished yesterday. The other day actually. Was the first episode of Star Detective Pretty Cure, to which I have yet to watch, because of course I was a little bit busy these days. But basically, Nana and Kokoro were heavily shafted in terms of character development in Kimi to Idol. So I guess I'm going to do what Toei never could. But yeah, that's the story behind those 6 characters. And yeah, nothing else to say. And the roster actually, let's just say I went through a lot of driver changes, and chances are I'm actually do a second season of this just to fill in all the cut drivers, as well as all the cut drivers from Final Fantasy, since as I stated, I decided to cancel that one. Then what? Yeah, so that's basically it. For the bits of trivia for the roster, and also this series marks the debut of a bunch of people, including Surge, but also Ren, who's, as you saw from the video, Ren Amamiya from Persona 5, and I don't remember who else. I actually don't have the roster in front of me, so actually I have the calendar, but I don't have the roster, so sorry for that.
within the next 4 laps.
So yeah, apologies for that.
Ricardo's dropping half a second a lap to you. He's falling behind.
Okay, and I actually mentioned Williams. Ironically enough, Williams just presented their car for this year, and let me tell you, it looks awesome. It is way better than last year's, and yeah, it is a really good looking car. It's probably going to suck real ass, considering that Williams skipped the winter testing entirely. They said to not show up, so they might be in trouble of that beautiful paint scheme might be in trouble of being stuck at the rear of the grid for 2026, unless either Audi or Cadillac suck even more. But still, at least it's a good-looking car. In the meantime, we're approaching lap cars. And one other thing that I've been doing these days is that I've been watching Arava's My Driver from start to finish, because as I stated, I actually got into My Driver as the series was ongoing, and turns out it actually started at season 4 of My Driver, the first season he did on F1 2016, because he did 3 seasons on F1 2015 instead of 2 seasons like I thought. And yeah, I never watched it. I never watched My Driver from start, and considering that on February the 1st, it was the 10th anniversary of the first ever My Driver video, I thought, sure, why not? Why not give it a rewatch just to see if my feelings were right all along, or because I was just way younger to get it. Because I don't think I remember said this, but I remember. But I said during the last couple of seasons of My Driver, I honestly did not enjoy them because they felt a little bit too scripted for my tastes. And the previous seasons, they were much more. They felt natural to a certain extent, but the last seasons, especially the last season that he did on F1 2017, yeah, they felt very much on the last season that he did before the actual last one on F1 2019. Yeah, it felt pretty scripted. So I guess it's a good time as ever to see if I was actually right or I was just too young to actually get it. In the meantime, we're approaching a Toyota.
Hamilton should be due to pit within the next 2 laps.
And we are at the halfway point of the race, and that should be Phil Harris. Well, I finally decided to give a new likeness. And actually, one thing that people might not know is that Arava actually posted the Season 2 pack on Race Department, but only Season 2 of My Driver. Season 3 for everything, and it was the only, in the meantime, that's Ricard. Season 2 is the only season of My Driver that he posted on Race Department, and honestly, I want to know why. Of course, he's definitely never going to watch this video. And I know somebody might be asking, it's shit. So he is perfectly within his rights to not release it, to not release anything. But still, that's weird that you decided to do it for one season and then never do it for anything else. I'm going to guess that either he forgot about it, he didn't care, or something must have happened that pissed him off so much that he decided to not bother. After all, that was like the last thing he posted on Overtake the GG/race department before posting a quadrant livery for F1 2020 5 years ago. And of course, it's absolutely useless for him to ask about the if he still has those files, those MyDriver designer mod files, because it's been 10 years. At this point, I'm pretty sure he has he deleted everything. So.
Slower traffic ahead. Be careful when overtaking. They should let you through.
But still, I could potentially do a series on that. Consider that, spoilers, although spoilers, it's been 10 years. Arava did not win Season 2, did not become the champion in Season 2 of My Driver. I thought, why not actually try and give him the championship? He did it against Stoffel Van Dorn. Yeah, Stoffel Van Dorn won the championship that year, so why not actually go for a quasi-redemption run? But, yeah, of course, I cannot mention My Driver without mentioning all the stuff that Arava predicted would happen in Formula 1. Like, the first thing that I can predict are, of course, that Gasly, Leclerc, Mick Schumacher, all these guys would get into Formula 1. Sergei Sirotkin will get in Formula 1 too. Before they even happened. He predicted that Audi will be joining in the sport. Of course, that happened 10 years afterwards, but here we are. He predicted Aston Martin was going to join, and here we are again. He predicted Alfa Romeo from Season 3, I believe. He predicted Alfa Romeo was going to be in Formula 1, and it was in Formula 1, although not the way that he said, but still, he got that one right. I guess I say he also predicted George Russell to be in Formula 1, and also Leclerc. Also, he predicted to be in Formula 1. With the exact same career path, first at Sauber, now at Ferrari. And that's all I can remember. Oh, the sprint races he predicted. Of course, not in the way that he thought, but still, he predicted sprint races, basically. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Arava did that the FIA would Formula 1 will actually do in many years afterwards, so I'm actually surprised that Arava didn't ask for any kind of royalties. I mean, bragging rights are probably just more than enough, but still. Our second and final stop with 11 laps to go, yeah. There we go. There you go. Nice. Well, I'm second. Just noticed that.
We believe the car ahead is running standard revs.
Okay, I don't have to worry because Serge has to pit, so I don't have to worry. But yeah, he predicted a lot of things right, but also naturally he predicted a lot of things wrong. The fact Stoffel Van Dorn was actually going to win the championship, but of course it never pretty much amounted to absolutely nothing. The Gasly was going to be the shining beacon for Red Bull. The guy was dumped by Red Bull after becoming the first victim of Max Verstappen. Then what? I know somebody might ask about also Ricardo's been a victim. Yeah, but Ricardo was able to actually get toe to toe with Verstappen. Gasly, Albon, Perez, and of course now Tsunoda, Lawson, Tsunoda, and Lawson and Tsunoda in more recent times, of course, haven't. And only God knows what the hell is going to happen to Lindblad, to Hadjar. Back into the lead we go. 10 laps to go.
Cars in the pits right now. Watch out for cars exiting the pits.
The Giovinazzi was actually going to have a pretty decent career. Of course, as we all know, he did 3 years, pretty much did nothing, and got shafted for Guan Yu Zhou, and then promptly won 2 titles in the WEC with Ferrari. He predicted Antonio Fuoco was going to join in the grid. He never did. Luis Daltraz was going to join on the grid. He never did. Of course, he never predicted Lance Stroll to join in. Yeah, Aston Martin was actually going to join in without involvement from Lance Stroll. But it's not true that the guy actually debuted in 2017, so... No, actually, yeah, the guy never... Lance Stroll never debuted in Formula 1. Then what? That Jaguar was going to come back. Of course, they're still not. Red Bull is what was Toro Rosso is now V-Carb, but still the Red Bull B team. Then what else? Yeah, he got a lot of things. Okay, Jimmy Chadwick. We're actually gonna have 2 female drivers in Formula 1 by 2022, I believe. Those being Sophia Flores and Jimmy Chadwick. Of course, none of this has happened yet. But yeah, he got a lot of things right, like he got a lot of things wrong, which, yeah. There we go. And of course, I cannot overstate just how influential my driver was in terms of ultra custom career mode / series, because even to this day we still see his influence on a lot of things. Hell, for a very good while, a lot of people thought that all ultra custom careers, the career modes, were basically my driver copycats. I guess even including the F1 journey made by Fox 298. Only difference is the fact that Arava stopped with my driver after F1 2019 with the stop that he had on F1 2018. While Foxy Dude has kept going with the F1 journey. He's on season 14 by this point. In the meantime, fast lap of the race. But still, there's still a lot of influence. My driver is still influencing a lot of things that are done to super custom career modes to this very day. But yeah, that's the whole thing in relation to my driver done. Okay. Okay. So 7, no, 8 laps to go. Oh god. There we go. Alright then. Yeah, that's all the topics that I had to talk about for this video. Shit. Okay. Jesus. Actually, I think I should probably put the fuel on lean. I mean, we're 20 seconds from Fernandez, so we should be good to go and save some fuel. Also speaking of my driver, he also predicted Chevrolet will be joining into Formula 1 as an engine supplier. It's technically not Chevrolet, but it's Cadillac. I mean, it's technically not Chevrolet, but Cadillac is a close second. It's still GM, so he got that part right. And that Joseph Newgarden was going to join in Formula 1 for Haas. And while not exactly the same guy, I guess Colton Herta can be considered a close second. Even though he's not racing Formula 1, he's racing Formula 2 because the guy does not have enough super license points. And maybe it's in Cadillac's best interest that he keeps out of Formula 1 car as much as he possibly can, considering his driving style in IndyCar. Spoilers, he tends to crash a lot. Think of Mick Schumacher at a Haas, but American. Yeah, that's basically Colton Herta in IndyCar. In any case. Okay, 6 laps to go. And as I stated, tomorrow we're going to Korea, a track that I did some hot laps, but for these purposes, I haven't raced competitively in. Well, since I got F1 2012. Well, Kris got fast lap of the race in the meantime. Because I never bought F1 2013. When that game came out, I was still unable to procure the games for myself. I still had to ask my parents. So, yeah, that's gonna be fun to see. That's gonna be fun to see a race at that track. Okay, don't fucking... Okay, there we go. Alright, 5 to go. 5 laps to go. Yeah, alright. Okay, Fernandez is closing in by, but I doubt he's actually going to close enough to have a challenge. So, looks like I won this battle for now. But again, I seriously hope that not all the races in this series are not washouts. Like what was happening at the Formula Fantasy. There we go.
Your engine's at optimal temperature.
Alright, thanks for that, Jeff. Hey, okay. And speaking of all-time Formula 1 YouTubers, I decided to randomly check Noble's 8, 9, or 9's channel, I think it was. 8099, something like that. It's Noble's channel. He was part of the, I guess, Holy Circle of Big Time Jesus. Okay, what the fuck was that? Big circle of Formula 1 YouTubers at the time, which had Tim and Murdoch, Arava, Matt Gallagher, Tim and Ben Daly, Arava, Matt Gallagher, oh god, Tom97, what the fuck was his name again? Callum, something I don't remember, and Noble. I checked Noble's channel and yeah, last video was 9 years ago, and it was the last YouTuber Championship video before Matt Gallagher was hired by WTF1 and basically suspended operations on the X-MetaG channel. So basically, I guess the trauma of losing Matt Gallagher to WTF1 caused Noble to stop making videos altogether. So that's something. I also checked AOR Feezy's channel, and same thing, he hasn't uploaded anything in almost 9 years, so... They haven't uploaded anything in almost 9 years, so... Yeah, there we go.
You're losing time to Ricardo. He's reduced the gap by half a second a lap.
It doesn't matter, we have 16 seconds, there's 3 laps to go. We got this one in the bag, unless I screw up! Which, you know, considering the chicane... Yeah, chicane, that's Coca-Cola Curve, isn't it? Rather, Coca-Cola Curve if this was the action Nürburgring, but whatever. I mean, it is the Nürburgring, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I guess thanks for your welcome for that bit of nostalgia trip.
You have quite a bit of spare fuel. We can turn up the engine to mix mode 3 if you need it. Turn fuel to rich.
Okay, now we. Ooh, all right, nice. Let's go. Back to standard.
15-second gap between you and the car behind.
And it's going to be 2 laps to go.
Looks like this is going to be your finishing position, so let's make sure to keep it clean and bring the car home safely.
Yeah, actually, I did mention Arava only posted the mod pack of season 2 of my driver. Turns out there was one guy that remade all the schemes of the first season that he did on F1 2017. Because the way Arava did things for my driver is that the first season on a new game, it was basically all recolors of the okay, Noel fast lap of the race. Right, we were like 5/10 faster than ours, but whatever, I guess. And in the first year of the new game, it was just recolors of the cars. It was for season 2 where it got nuts with model swaps and all that. There we go. Okay. There we go.
You've currently only got a 15-second gap between you and the car behind.
And is this going to be the fastest lap? The answer is absolutely going to be... Actually, no, yes it is. Fast lap of the race on the final lap, potentially. And it is.
Nice driving. That was the fastest lap of the race.
But yeah, there we go. Final lap for the races of Africa. Okay. We're coming into some more lap cars, but I doubt we'll be able to catch them. But it doesn't really matter. Last couple of corners. Alright then. Into the chicane for one final time. Ooh, we overshot that bitch. Like, okay. Around the final hairpin, and we're going to win the race of South Africa. A better start of the season we could have had.
Absolutely brilliant. Well done, well done.
And so, we win the race of South Africa. Second is Fernandez, third is Shinohara, and then it's Noel Hart, Tomlin, Ross, Ofstar, Trevino, Ogura, and Kekale running up the top 10. And yes, the points are going to be the Formula 1, the normal point system, so no fancy stuff, no nothing. Of course, we get the rest of the field. Al, the only DNF, Eli, Kokoro, Ricard, Phil, and Eli all a lap down. Ren, the last of the late cars. So, yeah, because this is the first race, of course, the points are exactly what the points are. The points are these, and we're actually going to show the standings from round 2. So that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, give it a like. If you see more content like this, hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you get make sure it drops. And I have nothing else to say. Alright then, see you next video, everybody. This is Alpha, signing out.